You're listening to Biz-Souls, the business podcast with an edge, hosted by me, Rona and Jeffrey Hansler. Tune in for perspectives and discoveries about the changing world of business. It's time to connect to the heart, soul, and humor of how business gets done.
Okay, so we're live. This is Biz-Souls 2024, March 31st.
I thought I was supposed to introduce it.
I'm sorry. I thought I was taking over because I was a tech guy.
If you want to, I'll just sit here and look pretty.
Go ahead.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our first live stream for Biz-Souls. Happy Easter. We are trying this after we went to a lovely Easter brunch, I guess it was, for the American Legion. Was it the American Legion?
Yeah, American.
In Newport Beach, and our friend Dewey's 75th birthday. It was a combo. And we thought we would come back and do a live talking about holidays and things. The business of holidays, and pretty much, hey, Rona, what do you want to talk about? I don't know. So let's talk about that. And that's what we're doing. So this is an experiment as we go forward on this. If there are things that you want us to talk about on Facebook Live, about Biz-Souls, about anything, hopefully having to do with business, because our personal life is none of your business, and the rest is gravy. All right, you want to get
So first of all, it's more than Facebook Live. We're using Restream.
Okay, I do not know what that is.
That was a recommendation. Okay. Yeah, that's the.
You see, I don't get told anything. It's just come here and talk.
And so we're using LinkedIn. So we're on LinkedIn Live and we're on Facebook Live.
Now I know. Hello, LinkedIn. Okay.
And on Facebook Live, we're on my account. And on LinkedIn Live, we're on my account. So
great. Hello, everyone who knows
this is not coming
Jeffrey.
Under Rona's
I'm
account.
his partner, Rona. Nice to meet you.
So,
look for me and link up.
Yeah. Right. So I've been fumbling with the tech, and finally I just defaulted to this. We're using the webcam that came with the computer, which is not very good, low quality.
Yeah.
And we tried to do a Zoom thing, but I couldn't figure out the Zoom because everybody talks about...
For like an hour working
They talk about OBS promoting the video to Zoom, and they don't talk about
What's OBS?
That's what the platform we're using. It's a public domain platform. Okay. And it's supported by a lot, except I've run into all the problems on it because I've got an ATM Mini so we can hook up 4 different cameras, although we only have 3, and couldn't get that to work. So this is, colossal. Yeah. And we're just going live to go live.
Yeah, we're just going live to go live. And, when he talks to me about these things, I hear Charlie Brown's teacher. Wow, wow, wow.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, whatever. Just get it to run.
All right. So you want to talk about the holidays in general, and have they been over commercialized? Have we lost the meaning of holidays?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not religious. That's why we say I'm Jewish, and I'm more spiritual than anything.
Than ish. You're more spiritual than ish.
Ish. Yeah, I'm more of a cultural Jew than a religious one. I mean, my ex-husband wasn't Jewish. I very rarely date Jewish guys because, I'm sorry, they're just, if there's a cool Jewish guy out there, let me know because I haven't. And so, yeah, and
oh my God.
I'm usually a better athlete than they are. So
there are all kinds of Israeli soldiers that are hot.
Not Israelis. Yeah.
Oh, they're all hot.
Israeli. So anyway, okay. We digress. And so anyway, even, Jewish holidays, Hanukkah is not a major holiday, and yet because it's right by Christmas, we, as opposed to Elf on a Shelf, we have Mensch on a bench, and I don't even think we have anything for Easter because it's Jesus has risen, and he was one of mine anyway. So there you go.
Well, Fox News, I don't know if it's true. Somebody at the table told us Fox News, Biden is just no more religious designs for Easter eggs from the children. They have to be, I don't know, something else.
Just like swirls and flowers.
Although you never know. We're going to vet. We haven't vetted Fox News. Maybe it's just garbage. Another conspiracy theory.
That's why I don't really watch the news because it's not, there's no more Walter Cronkite. It's so biased. Excuse me, on both sides. That's why one of the few things that I do listen to in terms of news is left, right,
Did you say it's so Biden?
It's so biased. I will not tell you my political affiliation. It doesn't matter.
That's good. I'm just having fun. God, even on Easter, I was talking to this crowd next to her, and somehow the guy got all upset. He said some ridiculous thing about politics, and I just checked him on it. And
we were sitting with someone who said Michelle Obama was a man, and I'm like, oh my God, one of these. And I was like, I don't think she is. Yes, she is.
Well, that's what the guy brought up. This guy at the
will
table
not
brought that
engage
up.
with that kind
and
of
I
idiocy.
said, you've got to be a moron to believe that
Yeah.
stuff. She may have to shave her mustache, though. You know, you never know.
Just stop. Just because she's smarter than 3/4 of the men I know doesn't.
She is an extraordinarily intelligent woman.
She is.
And Obama is an intelligent gentleman, as well as he was a good president, I thought.
He was just
he did some policies.
hamstrung.
All the presidents have done policies that we don't like. But anyway, we digress.
So yeah, we're
We're
get
talking
back
about
to
holidays.
The business of holidays, and I have just seen it. Yeah, they want people to spend on
It's all about
eggs
commercialism.
and coloring eggs and finding eggs and chocolate eggs. And what's with the eggs? I don't even know where eggs came from Easter.
Well, here's the thing with it. I think we're talking about it. I think that people, if we're complaining about politics, we're complaining about corporate America, we're complaining about this, we've forgotten to just enjoy the things. So one of the things, we were at the table and it was a huge crowd there. And even though they had sound absorbers in the ceiling and everywhere
It was
else,
still
you
pretty loud.
just couldn't talk across the table. And I think that shutting off devices and just having a dinner and having conversation, as soon
That's
as
a lost art.
as soon as the food was gone, what do you do? And they used to take longer to eat. We used to sit a little longer, and we just talked at the table. And I think that's what both of us were kind of leaning toward.
That's how I grew up. And actually, one of my favorite holidays, just because of that social aspect, were Passover Seders. We used to go to my cousins in New Jersey, and my mom grew up with 3 sisters. Well, she was the first cousin of 3 sisters, and they were close. And so they grew up like 4 sisters. And when they had kids and their kids had kids, we all got together. So we had like 40 people at this thing. And it took me forever to not be I think I was 30 when I stopped being at the kids' table. But it was super fun because we all got along and we all grew up together. And it was that social aspect of the holiday. So that's why I always say I'm more of a cultural Jew than a religious one, because I've had ham. I don't like it, but I've had it. And when my mom, when I told my mom that I had a great shrimp scampi recipe, she's like, "Well, you didn't learn it from me," because I grew up in a kosher household. Anyway, it's the gathering of people and where you have commonalities that to me is special about holidays. It's not the spending money on it and decorating your house, although it can be very festive to decorate your house. I have friends who have a wreath for every single holiday.
Right.
It's Friday. Let's have a wreath on it. I don't know. And you can really go overboard and lose the meaning no matter what your religious background is. Do you think the business of holidays takes away from the true meaning? Look at Hallmark. They're making up holidays left and right.
Correct. Tomorrow's Rona Day. National Rona Day.
National. We just decided, and
it's April 1st.
Right, April Fool's Day. There you go. Ha! Okay, so you can go if you Google obscure holidays. There's Pretzel Day and National Wear White Socks Day. Stupid things that every single day is something.
Well, let's get back to what you were talking about, because you were talking about it from a foundation of religion. And I just think it's a foundation of habit for us, and religion could be a habit. For me as a kid, I would get on at the table, wolf down the meal, because in our family you had to finish your plate before you could do anything. And the minute the plate was finished, man, it was out to play. So unfortunately, now that I've gotten older, I've decided to change some habits. Instead of wolfing down the food.
He chews his food now.
There's a novel idea.
That's right.
And, it's...
Savor.
Savor
taste it.
the time with the people at the table. And I think that's what we've forgotten out of holidays.
Yeah.
It's not about what kind of eggs they paint or what they can do. It's about what you want to do in your tradition, your family, and have fun with it. And, let's just put religion in its corner. Let's put politics in its corner.
Yeah.
And let's just enjoy the company and the different opinions of everybody.
Yeah. Well, let's even a holiday like, and I quote, holiday, Valentine's Day.
Right.
St. Valentine, that was pretty, he was not about love and all that. If you look it up, St. Valentine was kind of a jerk. Meshuggah, yeah. And so what did Hallmark do or whoever? They just changed it. And then you feel guilty if you're not dating anyone or they have Galentine's Day or whatever. I'm like, really? Just stop.
Right.
I don't want to feel guilty whether I'm dating someone or I'm with someone or not. You feel pressure. I want them with me on the holiday because it makes me feel better.
You got to love the greeting card companies because, they had these holidays and it's like, oh, here's your Valentine. Now we're supposed to be inclusive. So it's like, okay, so they've got a whole new card to be inclusive now. Yeah. They just keep going up with ideas to make money. It's great.
Be nice to a stranger. Take them to lunching time day. Just make stuff up.
Well, we're all about business, and we love business. We love the way it goes. We love the people that do it.
It's marketing. You can always find something to market.
Well, and it's unique, and I think that's the greatest thing from capitalism is the freedom for businesses and the freedom for business to be stupid as well as do the right thing.
Was it P.T. Barnum said there's a sucker born every minute?
That's right.
So, yeah, that's why if you say something with enough conviction, someone's going to buy it.
That's true. That
no
really
kidding.
is.
I was, you're not the only one who's in sales.
Exactly. So here's the thing though. How did that, and I'm sure I'm offending a whole group of people here with the tattoo thing. So first of all, tattoos are bad for you. They've got a direct link between tattoos and cancer going through the lymph nodes. Mm-hmm. So yet everybody got tattoos, and it just
especially
spread
chefs. I don't know where they got the idea that all chefs have to have a sleeve.
It spread though like wildfire, and nobody advertised and nobody did it. So it was like word of mouth business. It just exploded, and it changed from before, in the 30s, 20s, 30s, and 40s when you were definitely a questionable character if you had a tattoo, unless you were in the military.
Or the circus.
Or the circus.
Tattooed lady. Yeah.
Right, exactly. And then all of a sudden it becomes, overnight, it's...
Tattoos are cool.
Tattoos are very cool.
I have friends who have them, and I happen to think skin is a beautiful organ, and I just think it's pretty the way it is. And on the other hand, having a background in art, I see the beauty in tattoos. I worry about the health of them,
I'm not worried about the health. I find it fascinating. I think people get tattoos to distract from the area they like least about themselves. Well, if somebody doesn't like their head area or their neck or their face or something like that, they get a tattoo on their ankle or on their toes.
Or they get it on their face or their neck because it covers things up.
Oh, they could do that too as well.
They have.
The whole psychology of tattoos.
Yeah, and I know people who have gotten addicted to getting tattoos because pain can equal pleasure if you're into that kind of thing. And I have a couple of married friends who get tattoos together, and I think that's awesome. It's something that they're doing together. And so everybody has a different thing. And my best friend has a couple of tattoos, one on her ankle, and I've dated guys with tattoos, and it's their thing. I'm not dating someone. I'm not dating your tattoos. I'm dating you,
Right.
So when I was doing that more, it was, it's just not to my taste.
Well, and I knew a person that had turtles, and they were really cute turtles. And they were on a voyage, and it was great. It was just wonderful.
They were on a turtle voyage.
I think that the key to life is really Sigmund Freud right now. Sigmund Freud said sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. Sometimes tattoos, just tattoos. Sometimes, eating food is just eating food. Sometimes a holiday is just a holiday. So we owe a lot to Sigmund Freud and everything.
Indeed. Well, and I think people get caught up in the keeping up with the Joneses in terms of holidays, and that's how companies that have all the accoutrement for the holidays get you.
True.
You don't want to be left out. You want to be one of them. You want to outdo whatever, as opposed to like, hey, if that's what you're into, go get them.
Right.
I'll be the first one to cheer you on. I'll be here. No, I mean, I love Halloween. So, I always like to paint pumpkins and things like that. And, when you're, unless you have a house or a first floor apartment or whatever it is where you can really see it, why go nuts unless it's just for you, if you just really like it and no one else sees it?
Well, it's a good addiction. It's better than drinking or something like that, I suppose, for people. What's interesting is you talked about that focus of competing against the Joneses and everything else. We just heard on Bloomberg this morning. Watch Bloomberg.
Yeah.
Bloomberg was about, what's Bloomberg about this morning? Oh, yeah. Wait, I'm going to make our pictures bigger.
Okay.
There we go.
And, so Bloomberg had... Was that
they were talking about all the opportunities in these different foreign countries that have been undervalued. Yeah. So that's where they're looking for things. Right. So maybe people shouldn't be focusing on the Joneses next door. Maybe they should be looking out and accepting culture and looking for opportunities outside the United States.
Absolutely. Didn't someone at the table say that Fox News said that somebody was given $100,000 to do a podcast if they're in a different country?
Yeah. Supposedly Congress passed some law and they're giving part of the bill includes giving $100,000 grants to people who are doing podcasts in a different country.
We'll be moving to Botswana because they're giving. I mean, that is just crazy.
So I could use my Swiss citizenship and I could say, so we're in Switzerland. So have you got in? Welcome to Switzerland.
Thank you, Lawrence Welk.
Anyway, okay. All right.
That's it.
This is a good experiment.
So what did you guys think of us doing a Facebook Live? If you had it, it's kind of a weird time on a Sunday afternoon.
Facebook and
LinkedIn and whoever else, wherever you are seeing us out there, let us know that you saw us, what you thought. Give us feedback because it's our first one.
Right, and you've got nothing better to do than
we got,
talk to us.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're having fun.
It's like, let's ask Mikey. Okay, let's ask Rona and Jeffrey. We'll give it a shot.
Well, we have a whole script written out, and once I figured this out and how to do it on Zoom with the customers with our podcast guests
we don't do scripts. We just do outlines.
Well, we do an outline, except we've covered we've covered all the positive things, and so I just want to say to anybody that has been listening to Biz-Souls, thank you very much. We appreciate it. We've had a bit of word of mouth. I don't
care. I'm kidding. Listen or not. No, we do appreciate it. And if you haven't liked and or subscribed, please do, because we could really use the numbers. We are trying so hard to build up our subscriber base. Yeah.
Actually, we haven't. We haven't done any of the hard work.
Shut up.
Okay.
Shut up. He ruined it.
So the last time I did 45 seconds, maybe 45 seconds of a live when I did the first test on this, just solo, and my son's wife's mother actually saw it, and she's in Australia. Second removed. She's in Australia, and she saw it, and I went, holy mackerel! So we can, how did that pop up?
Because it stays on there, so people can watch this tomorrow and the next day, and
really?
It will be on there.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
See?
So thank you, even if you're watching this next Wednesday or Thursday, and now you know, because we're just winging it and having fun.
Okay.
All right. We're done now. Thanks for watching, and we will probably do this again. I'm Rona. Shush. I shushed him. I'm Rona Lewis.
I'm Jeffrey Hansler.
And this has been a live version of Biz-Souls. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
You've been listening to the Biz-Souls podcast with your hosts, Rona Lewis and Jeffrey Hansler. Did you have fun? Subscribe, rate, and leave a review. It's very much appreciated. Talk to you next week.